Hey guys, I am just doing a quick intro this morning. I almost hit whatever it's called, upload, just now on my video and forgot that I didn't go back and put my intro in. I got some grandbabies here, as you'll hear in the video, and completely forgot what I was doing. So I just want to stop real quick before we grabbed our junk and left. We're going to the zoo today, and oh, my allergies are killing me. Anyway, I have 8-9 pictures, super quick, super easy. A little pumpkin stack, that was easiest thing. 2 little pumpkins that are on a stand that I'm sure you've seen a million people do, and a little red wagon that I saw somebody do before I started my YouTube, so I wasn't really like paying attention to the name, so I'm sorry to the person that I saw do it. If I can go back and find that video, I will absolutely list you in the details, in the description rather. So this is going to be short, quick. Thank you for coming. If you're not already subscribed, if you're new, if this is your first time, please subscribe, hit like, comment, share. I am doing a contest on the 15th of October. Anyone who likes my channel, shares my channel, comments on my channel, and subscribes to my channel will be added into the contest for a free, come here baby, for a free tumbler of your choice, $35 to $50 value. This is my girl Chloe. Come here. I don't know if she's tall enough. Stand right here. Stand up there. This is Chloe. Say hey, Chloe. We'll say hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
This is Chloe. She's one of my granddaughters from Georgia. They're on fall break this week. Oh, and there's Effie, our kitty cat. Sorry. Anyway, quick, short intro. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. And I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's your favorite. And join that contest, because whatever you want, you design your cup and I'll make it for you. So have a good day. This is a little bit of Christmas, a little bit of fall, a little bit of everyday kind of stuff. So this is just a hodgepodge. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, so here we go with DIY number 1. This is just a stack of pumpkins. You know how you can go to the Dollar Tree and they have like tons and tons of these little boxes. They are so cute. The lids come off. You can put whatever you want to in it. I just thought it would be cute to take 3 different sizes and stack them up. Paint them in the same color scheme that I have been using so far for fall, which is the Waverly Moss, pumpkin, and cashew. And then I just take the truffle and sort of age it and distress it a little bit. I love to distress things. If you can't tell already, like, I've heard a couple of other people say the same thing, so I didn't feel so bad about it. But it's like literally everything I do, I'm distressing it. Love the farmhouse look. And to me, when you distress something, it just gives it that little aged feel, and you just kind of, I don't know, I just like it a lot more. So anyway, I'm just showing you here how I'm taking the Waverly truffle and distressing it. Now this color right here, I took pumpkin and cashew and kind of mixed them together because I love the pumpkin, but you see how it looks on the other one. It's pretty bright, and I wanted to lighten this one up, but I didn't want it as light as the color cashew. So I mixed, get my tongue untied, I mixed the cashew and the pumpkin, and it gave me this really cute lighter color, which, like I said, I've been doing that the whole time. And it's that simple, that easy. Now, I'm not real worried about the face on that green pumpkin, because once they're stacked, you're not even going to see that. And like magic, they are stacked, and that's it. I just put some twine on it, put a few little pieces of stems that I had left over. Well, I don't throw anything away, nothing. And Those are literally just what most people would have thrown in the trash. Just a little pumpkin that I had left over. Oh, okay. Well, let's just jump right into number 2 then. That was quick. I thought I had a little bit more time than that. This is my little cute little red wagon. You can ride in my little red wagon. This is the handle. That is just a spatula. And this is the colors that I'm using. Black, red, and white. And I'm sure their colors have other names. But so you just take a regular baking pan, spray it red, and I gave it a super heavy coat. And then these little magnet boxes or magnet tins that you get at Dollar Tree, 2 in a pack. I took 2 packs, sprayed them black. And this is me with the bottoms on, just kind of trying to see the placement of where I wanted them. But then I ended up taking the bottoms off because it just, I don't know, it looked like a jacked up mud truck or something because they were so fat. So I ended up taking the back of them off and just using the lid, which you'll see in just a few minutes that it worked better, but then they kind of caved in on the bottom. Not caved in, but sort of slanted inward. So I ended up taking a couple of dowel rods that you can get at the Dollar Tree, the longer ones, and cutting them down to where it made like an axle that went between the 2 wheels on each side. And I was going to just leave the wheels black, but then I thought, nah, it needs some sort of a hubcap on there. So then I thought about going out to my shop because I'm still inside because it is still raining off and on here. And I ended up just taking, I want to say it's a chalk pen, and just kind of free-handed it on there, which I thought was kind of cute. I'm a perfectionist, so I am not one to like handprint anything. I literally cannot draw. I think I've said this in another video before, but I can't even draw a stick man. I'm not kidding. My stick man looked all crippled and it's terrible. So I ended up just kind of free-handing the circle, which really was easy because there's a little indentation. Because if you look at those magnetic boxes, there is a clear part on them. This is me cutting down the little axle for my wheels so that they didn't push inward. I think I got that one a little bit too short. Ended up having to recut it, which is fine. I'm not going to throw that away because I can definitely use it somewhere else. So you just kind of have to keep playing with it. What would have been smart is for me to take the measuring tape that was literally 4 inches from my hand and measure that so I could do one cut. But I had to do things the hard way and just keep chipping away at it. So there's my little axle that I made. And going back to the tires and the hubcaps, I'm telling you, y'all are going to see how ADHD I am. It's like squirrel. I cannot keep my focus. I really probably should write down what I'm going to say, but then I didn't want to sound like a robot reading. But anyway, look how cute that is. Look at those little axles. I was going to paint them, but I just decided not to. And I got sidetracked again, didn't I? Okay, so I'm just going to put the handle on. Literally, that's all there is to it. I just put a spatula there, hot glued it down, and using something because that hot glue on that metal was super hot. And that's it. It's that simple. Now back to the hubcaps. If you look at those little tins, it has a clear top to it. So it was easy when I went to draw the hubcaps on because I just took my paintbrush and went around that circle right there and then put the little dot in the middle. I got a little bit on there I had to clean off. And it was okay. It kind of was cute, I guess, that, I did it by hand. I still think I would have rather went out there and done the Cricut where it was perfect. But voila, there you go. That's it. It's that cute. $4. Now, these pumpkins, I lost the footage of me making them But it's just a couple of the ones that stand up. And I don't even remember what they said, but they both had like some kind of fall saying on them. And I want to say I painted over them. Yes, I did, because the other side is blank. I painted over, they had glitter, of course. So I took sandpaper and sanded off the glitter and just took these little pieces of fabric that I got at the Dollar Tree. And believe it or not, there's still a ton of that fabric left over from that little thing. Glued it down, or Mod Podged it down. And then I just put them right back on the little stand that they came on. And my husband kept calling them apples. So I decided to go back in with some paint and just sort of give it the little pumpkin lines. And he still kept calling them apples. So, but anyway, they do look like, I could turn them into apples, I guess. But for now, they're supposed to be pumpkins. So, gosh, okay, maybe I really should slow down and go back and do this, because here we are at my next one. Now, that was the picture that I started with right there. It was cute, okay, I guess, but definitely not what I had envisioned. So I took it apart, painted everything in Waverly white chalk paint. I took one of the pieces of scrap paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm mixing some Waverly, I want to say it's ocean blue. I'll have to look at it and put it into the description. And I sort of mixed the two of them together to give it a lighter, real pale light blue frame. And yes, I went back in to distress the frame. And then I took that paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. You can get it for like 25 cents. All the time they sell it for $4. So I put that on the very bottom piece of the picture. And then the little circle right there, I just took a tiny, tiny bit of that blue paint, mixed it back in with the white, but not as light, and then just kind of distressed around the edge. And then I took one of the, what are they called? Snowflake. Oh, dadgummit, man. Snowflake. What is it called? Oh, ornament. Snowflake ornament. And painted it. It comes, I want to say like 5 or 6 to a pack. And then the little thing that I'm putting on top of it, it comes in a bag, and they're called stickers, but they're actually made out of wood. They are so cute. So I just kind of colored them, distressed both of them, glued them to the top of that circle, and then glued the top of that circle back to the top of the picture that it originally came from. That's me taking the Mod Podge and sealing it in. And like I said last week, it just gives it sort of a little shine that I like. So now I'm going to glue everything back down, put it back on the picture, glue it down, put it back in the frame, and that's it. It was so quick, so simple, so easy, but to me, so stinking cute, and way better than it was when I started. Oh, and I did take this ribbon, made my little Sammy finger bow, and put it on there, and it was just too cute. Just too cute. It just added the perfect touch. Bam. There it goes. I was covering up the fatter hole. So then I got to looking at it. I'm like, no, it's missing something. So I got the chalk paint back out in white and just sort of distressed it up a little bit, because I had originally only had the real light blue paint that I made. So I'm just going back in and throwing a little bit of that white Waverly chalk paint on there and making it look like somebody's beat the edge of it up and distressed it up a little bit. And then I was done. And that was it. $1. Well, no, it would have been a little more than $1 because of the little snowflakes right there. But you get what I'm saying, just a tiny bit over $1. But that was it. It was super easy, and I ended up loving it. I think I may do another one to match it, and then just do it as like a matching set. but this was my favorite, I think, of all the ones that I've done in this video. And this video is made of all of these daggum pictures from the Dollar Tree. How cute. Now, the rest of these pictures were all canvases. And I'm telling you right now, Dollar Tree has stepped up their game on these canvases. So, this is what I wanted to show you right here. I had a brain fart, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking, but I took all of the canvases off because I wanted to do a reverse canvas. Had 10,000 of those daggum staples everywhere. I'm still picking staples up off my floor. I took the backs off of them and then ended up gluing the freaking frame on it. Glued the frame right back down and never painted the frame. And I was like, oh my gosh, this was so quick. It didn't take any time. Yes, be sure, I'm showing you right there, be sure that when you glue it back down, that you glue it down on the side that the staples were originally on. So I go through and glued every daggum one of them back down without painting the frame. So then I had to tear them all back off. However, the first couple, I was going to be lazy and try to paint it with the frame on it. And that was so aggravating. I just ended up painting two of them, one or two, I think. And I stopped. But this is me just going back through. And I'm just like, la-di-da-di-da. Doing my little frames, putting my frames on, thinking in my head. And I probably said it out loud a couple times. Man, this is going quick. Like I thought I was just tearing through these projects. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, it sucks to get old. Your memory starts to lack. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? Oh, I love these. So I took this one to use in the middle of two other ones that the color scheme matched really good. And I love, love, love these. These are my favorite ones. That's just me removing the excess glue before it dries up. And I guess it would have been okay, to kind of leave the little frame plain. But those aren't wood like normal. Those are, I think they're called MDF. It's like a little fake wood. But I'll tell you one thing. When you go to paint them suckers, they soak up the paint like you would not believe. I mean, it took a lot of paint. Well, a lot more than I thought it would take. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So this particular print right here, there are two of them very, very similar, but not exact. And those are the ones that I used with the flowers. So here I am. I didn't like the way that one was on there, so I tore it off and did it again. And then I had to tear it off again to repaint it. Oh, I'm still frustrated at myself for doing that. I wasted all that glue and all that time. And yes, I am in my gown. That is my favorite gown. It's got little cardinals on it, and cardinals hold a very special meaning in our family. When I was a little girl, my daddy used to tell me that when things got really, really, really bad, that God would send an angel straight across our face, like in your face. There's no way you could miss it. And if you think I'm kidding you, for all of my life, which is a long time, every single time there is trouble or heartache or despair in my life, and I feel like all hope is lost, things are not going to be okay, and just sort of, down and depressed, lose hope or whatever, a cardinal will fly in front of me. Whether I'm walking, driving, standing on my porch, and I don't see them any other time. Like I hear people talk about cardinals all the time and say, oh yeah, I have this flock of cardinals here and there, and they come to my feeders and blah, 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 whatever. I never see them until I'm in trouble with something. Either I'm depressed, which I don't get depressed all the time. I know that makes it sound, but I'm talking about in sickness, which I've had a lot of the past few years, or, a family death or a death of a friend, or just whatever where you just start to feel down and depressed. And bam, there's that cardinal. Now, maybe it is, somebody's told me before, you just don't see them when you're happy or whatever. That could be. I don't know. But that's my story with cardinals. They hold a very, very special place in my heart. I love, love, love them. So this gown is like super soft, super comfy. It's really more of a winter gown, that not like we have winter here in Florida, but it's still my favorite gown. TMI, I know. This is the other print to that set. Isn't that pretty? Y'all, these things are so high end and so cute. I love them. That's me just doing a little wiggle dance trying to push that glue down. Look at this little mermaid. How cute is that? Okay, so the mermaid picture was bigger than the other pictures. That's the only one that was bigger, and it was bigger by a good inch or so. And I didn't realize until last night, that's me doing the wiggle dance, last night when I was taking pictures of all of them put together. You see this right here? You see how that frame almost covers the whole little picture right there? I was thinking, dadgum, man, they really stretched the fabric on this one. Well, no, I got my frame screwed up. And the bigger frame was supposed to go on the mermaid one. And those two frames were supposed to match with the cups on it. Well, they don't. And one's a little bit bigger than the other. But it ended up looking really cute. Kind of like the two pumpkins that I showed you a minute ago, where the red one was a little taller than the white and black one. But, so that helped me figure out the dilemma of they put too much fabric on the mermaid one and not enough on the cup one. No, your girl Doofy right here just got them mixed up. So there's all of these prints. Look how pretty they are. And look at those. Those would be so cute in a nursery.
Right here.
Those two right there are so adorable.
More texture.
Shameless
okay,
plug.
There's me
This
being
is
lazy.
where
this is my cut by Monner's
my girl Sammy mentioned me in her video. Oh, I'm girl crushing. Oh my God. I'm so honored. Okay. This one is the one that I tried to do without taking it off. And I also tried to use this real pretty pink Waverly chalk paint. It's called something slippers. Ballerina slippers, I think. And it is the prettiest little pink color. I thought if I put it on these three pictures, distressed it a little bit with the white Waverly chalk paint. Well, that wasn't going so good. And I was like, what the heck? Well, it wasn't white Waverly chalk paint. It was wax. Now, I don't even know the difference in the wax and the paint, but this junk was not working. I got to figure that out. So it just was real light. It wasn't going on right. There we go. That's when I switched over to the chalk paint, I think. Or maybe I just put a lot more on my brush. I don't know. But it was a weird texture. It was just different. Not like a regular paint. So I need to go back and figure out what the wax is and what you do with it, because I'm still new at all that kind of stuff. And then I just continue to paint. Okay, this is a set of 2 brushes that I got from the Dollar Tree. It comes with some sort of, it almost is like somebody dipped them down in Mod Podge and then let it dry. It's real sticky, not sticky, but it's all stuck together. So if you get those brushes, make sure you wash them with warm soapy water first and get all of that stuff off. So here I am trying to be ever so careful, paint my frame white, which I should have done to the other ones. And I ended up taking that pink one off and distressing it way down where you couldn't hardly see the pink and putting that on the mermaid frame, because I just didn't like it up against these 3 pictures. Yeah, see right there? That's me going back and going, no, that ain't working. It's too pink. Don't like it. at all. And then after all that work, trying to be so careful not to get it on that picture, I ended up tearing it off anyway. Because I should have painted the darn things before I put them back on the picture. So I'm just painting away. I could have cut a lot of this footage out. This is ridiculous. It's like watching paint dry. You know what? This would be a good time to do a shout out to my grandbabies. So my grandkids are so much more tech savvy than I am. I kid you not. When they found out that I started a YouTube, my babies were so excited. Okay, here's me tearing it off, deciding this ain't working. I'm not going to fight with it anymore. I'm just going to tear it off and paint. Then I didn't even put anything down on my little table, which is no big deal. It's an old raggedy table. But I was very happy that I decided to take it off and paint it because it went a whole lot quicker. But you see how it's soaking up all that paint? Okay, now I guess I just decided not to show y'all all that. I take my staple gun and I go back in and I just put all the staples back on. Bam, 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 that easy. And then you go back and you just cut the edges off and that's it. But back to my grandbabies. They were so excited about me starting my YouTube channel, and every single one of them now, without the other ones knowing, mind you, have asked me to do a shout out to them. The first one was my Malachi. Malachi is 12 years old. The boy is amazing. His daddy is a preacher. His mama the girl can preach, okay? She ain't no licensed preacher, but she's amazing. That's my baby girl, Sara. But Malachi's 12 years old. He's an only child, which, when you're raised in a house with 5 kids, you think you would want to have more kids than one. But she was over it. By the time she had Malachi, she was like, no, I'm having one and done. Well, that's what she did. But he's real super close to Macy, which is our princess. They're about the same age, just a few months apart. Or are they a year apart? I think they may be a year apart. Regardless, they are so close. Out of all of my grandkids, these two were twins that were born with different parents a year or something apart. I kid you not. And Macy is Heather's daughter, right? My oldest daughter. However, that girl is her Aunt Sarah's twin. She looks like Sara. She acts like Sara. She talks like Sara. Sara made up all of these names when she was little, right? Like, she didn't call things by the right name, like a washama dryer and a vacanuma. And when she got mad at her brothers and sisters, her cuss word was rough-a-tacka. Yeah, rough-a-tacka. She ended up getting some whoopings over that because she would say it like she was saying F you. So Macy does the same thing. She makes up these words and she never, it just came natural. But I'm telling you, Sara bore Heather's child. No doubt. When they're together, people are always telling Sara how cute her daughter is and how much she looks like her. My girls look nothing alike. Same mama, same daddy. Heather she has the most beautiful red, soft, fine hair. Well, it's thick, but it's super soft. Beautiful shade of red. Not the fiery, kinky red, but beautiful shade of red. She's got my daddy's fair skin and freckles. Sara and Heather's tall. Sarah's a little shorter. She's got the olive skin, brown hair. Like, you would never know that those two are sisters. And Macy looks exactly like Sara. So anyway, squirrel. This is me just going back through, like I said, and putting my canvases back on. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure to pull your canvases really, really tight. You can't tell that I'm pulling them really tight there, but I am. Now back to my shout outs to my grandbabies. So I went to Georgia the other day to take my girl to a doctor's appointment for a biopsy. And the kids are on fall break. Fall break. Which is cool for me because I got to bring them home with me. I got to bring Miss Chloe home. Shyla ended up staying because she was staying with her friend for the week. And Tristan is 14. Chloe is 7. And she is the most adorable little thing you've ever seen. All my babies are precious. Tristan is a little genius. He wants to be a Navy SEAL, and you know what? He will do it. I can guarantee you he'll do it. He's determined. This is me just putting the frames back on. Y'all hear me getting snotty? Oh, my sinuses are so messed up. No, I'm not sick. No, I don't have corona. It's just my sinuses. But anyway, there's my shout out to you, Malachi. I love you, buddy. They watch my videos. They are subscribed to me. Isn't it cool? Oh, look. This is me hammering. I wondered what this would look like. This is the first time seeing it. Bam, there it is. Poof. It knocked down. And Chloe was like, Mother, here, I'll hold it for you. She was so precious. That's her little hand right there holding it. And that's about the time I was like, you know what? I bet this is screwing my video all up. Okay, so now this is me going back in and distressing the frames. Because you know I got to distress something. I did not want to take the paint and distress these because it was just too cute the way it was. And I'm not really a good distresser. Even though I do distress everything, I'm not good at it yet. I'm still practicing. But I just wanted to go back and take the sanding block. Excuse me. Take the sanding block and distress them up. Which it worked. It was really cute like that. And then I did my little Sammy bow. Or finger bow. I call them a Sammy bow because Sammy's the one who taught me how to do it. And I love these little bows. So just did me a little bow. Trying to figure out where do I want to put it. Do I want to put it? I think it fell apart because I didn't tie a knot in it. Bam, bam, bam. Where do I want to put it? I ended up putting it in the corner. And then I made another one for the other one and put it in the other corner. And those are, look at those pictures, guys. They are so stinking cute. Oh, yeah, that was me showing you my mess. I had dust everywhere, all over my church dress. So I'm just making the finger bow, wrapping it around. And that's literally all you do. You wrap it around 2 or 3 fingers, 4 fingers, 5 fingers, however many you want to make it as big as you want. You wrap it around several times, grab it in the middle, and then just tie a piece of twine around it. And that's it. And you glue it down. And it's so cute, so quick, so easy. Look how adorable. Oh, I just love those. Y'all, my table's a little mess. I'm working on a tiny little, what are they called? TV tray table or whatever they're called. You know, every grandma's got to have a set. This is me going back with my mermaid one. Did I distress that frame? I don't even know if I distressed that frame or not. I don't remember, and I can't tell here. So I'll put my little finger bow on. Put it in the middle. And look how cute. Look. Now I got a different idea. There's so much gold in this picture. See it when I move it, how it's like a shiny gold. So I had this metallic gold paint. I want to say that's either folk art or I don't know which one it is. I'll have to go look at it and put it in the description. And I took that on the ones that had the gold in it, and I just sort of just dabbed a little bit on everywhere. Just dressed it up a little bit with the gold. And it actually ended up looking cute. When it's done, you'll see. That's me showing you the gold reflecting the metallic on the picture. Oh, you can see it real good right there. So then that paint that I'm putting on there is also metallic gold. And then I decided to wrap some twine around it instead of doing the bow because I wanted to do something different. Hey, buddy. That's my Tristan just waking up, coming in here. We're going to the zoo today. I'm doing my voiceover.
Yeah.
So that's me taking the twine and wrapping it around the edge of the picture because I wanted to do something besides a bow, but I did want to add. Good morning.
Morning.
Did you sleep good?
Yeah, I slept amazing.
Go wake Chloe up. So I did want to add something to the picture, or some twine to the picture, just to give it more of that farmhousey look. And that's it. I just literally glued it down, and that was the end of that. Come on, Brenda, flip it. Oh, yeah, that edge was coming up. Look. So I want to say the middle one I went across the top, and the other two I went on the side. We'll be able to see it in just a minute. But right now I got to finish showing you how I wrapped it around it because you didn't see it the first time. And I was talking to my buddy when he walked in. I know I could have turned it off to tell him good morning, but it took a second. And what 14-year-old wakes up and comes and gives their grandmother hugs and kisses in the morning? I mean, I want to show that to the world. You know what I'm saying? Like 14 and he still wants to give me lovin's. Look, y'all. Look at that. Tell me that's not cute. Oh, I did it around the bottom, the middle one. How cute is that? And I really didn't change a whole lot. I just took it off the frame, put it on the bottom, just painted and distressed the frame, wrapped a little bit of twine. That was it. Super easy for $1. Look how cute. Look at the detail in these pictures. Look at my girl, my little mermaid. Chloe's trying to steal that one from me. It's hers anyway. That's the pink frame that I painted down. You can still see a lot of that pink coming through, but it was really cute. I love the way it had that pink tint to it. And look at these little suckers. Look, they're so cute. An ostrich and a llama. Oh, I got some paint on that one. I didn't even see that. Isn't he cute? He looks like he's he's puckered up to give you kisses. Oh, they're so cute. Frames turned out cute too, distressing them with that sandpaper like that. I just love them. Those are adorable. So anyway, that's it. That's my little snowflake. And this is all of the pictures together. It is, this was a super simple, super easy week. But I didn't want to take a lot of time away from my babies while they were here. So that's all you get from me this week. But they're cute. See, look how adorable that is. I love it. These little 3 books right here, I got from the Dollar Tree. I just flipped the cover. That's all I did, nothing fancy. Flip the cover and put something on top. So thank you for joining me. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram,